Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, here's a video of Omkiom Tata, who's he's explaining how the system is rotten as it relates to corruption. Okay, and he mentions a couple of names, including Uhuru Kenyatta, Ruto, PS, former Treasury PS Kamau, Thugge, whatever you want to call him, who coincidentally or incidentally has been named today as the new president of CBK, Central Bank of Kenya. So these are the guys who should be, according to Omkiom Tata, these are the guys who should be questioned for the past, for the past lost trillions of monies that hasn't been accounted for. But again, we keep on reshuffling these guys that should be actually being questions about the past money that has been lost. But anyway, I'll just let you listen to Mr. Omkiom Tata. Again, this video is from Spice FM, and I'm only using it for educational purpose only. Please, it's a bit lengthy, so bear with me. But there's vital information here that Omkiom Tata is spewing. All right? So, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, like, share, and comment. Tell me what you think. What's up with Mr. Ruto? He said he's going to fight corruption, but it seems that he's employing the same old folks that have presided over ministerial dockets that have been accused of corruption. Okay, so here's the interview, and I'll let you listen in. And again, if you haven't subscribe, like, share, and tell me what you think in the comment section. Peace.
Your hosts, Eric Latif, CT Muga, and Nduoko. Senator, you just reminded us about 20 years ago, or 21, the country's revenue was about 300 billion shillings. Today, it's about 1.8 trillion shillings. But we're having issues even with cash issues. We cannot send money to schools. School heads are saying we could actually send the children back home because we can't feed them. We can't send money to the counties because, as the national government, the National Treasury says, having cash flow issues. Police bosses are saying, we actually cannot fuel police vehicles, and we cannot even feed the people we are holding in our cells. It's a big issue with cash. But a lot of it, as we hear from the government, is going into paying debt. Debt is an issue. Why is it such a big issue?
Yes, because we need to, first of all, it has not been audited. And that's why I'm saying that even at a constitutional level, we need to know what we are paying for. Just like I told you about the issue of exporting iron ore, it's a property, somebody has worked on it. So if you are going to restrict that part to export, Article 24 says give the reasons. If you got that finance bill, it doesn't give a reason why they're doing what they're doing. If they were to give a reason, they say we are going to industrialize, we are going to incentivize, have incentives, you have given land, let people come and set up smelters here. We are giving this kind of incentives and whatever, and we are blocking exporting raw material. Justify it. Yeah. But not just drop a line and you don't justify. So a lot of these things that they are doing, taking property of people without justifying, is there. Now, this taxation, when you take money to pay for this debt, and people have said Kenya, in fact, if you look at the figures, Kenya has overpaid its debt. We do not owe anybody anything. We have overpaid our debt by more than a trillion, 2 trillion shillings. So, if you look at the figures in terms of what we have legitimately borrowed and what the government has been paying over the years, when you do a balance sheet, you find that we have overpaid the debt.
So this money that keeps going out, Senator,
when we pay, they don't subtract from what has been borrowed. Those are the things we want. And these are the questions. Someone like Kamau, Thugge, Professor Ndungu, you have got Rotich, you have got Ruto, you have got Uhuru. These are the questions they need to answer.
Senator, sorry, let's just go back a bit, because we're saying essentially that money has been borrowed by the country.
Yes.
From whichever body it has been borrowed.
Yeah.
Over years, money has also been paid back.
Yes.
Now, what you're saying, just for clarity purposes here, is that Kenya has paid back the money that it has borrowed.
Yes, according to the books of the government.
According to the books.
Yes.
So the question, where this money that goes to the reason why when money comes in from wherever it comes, the reason why it cannot go to these other places, counties, education, etc., is because, first of all, according to the law, you must then pay your debt.
Yes.
So where is this money going? If, according to what you're saying, that
If we have already
Kenya's
repaid.
debt has been paid, where is this money going?
It's
And
a-
what about the money that continues to be borrowed? Money that's due, Eurobond is due in another
Yes.
11 months.
Yes.
How would you say that it's paid if it's clearly not paid?
Yes, because what is happening is that there's theft on the revenue side. And we have even seen this with the counties, whereby, I'm going to give an example of a county. When the county, the governor is given all the money for the county goes to the governor. Although right now we are trying to struggle to do a law that separates the county assembly's money, should be the speaker should be accountable, and then the governor should be accountable on the other side. You have seen a situation whereby, you see, because the county assembly is audited separately, and the governor is audited separately, the governor will show that in his budget, he gave the county assembly 10 shillings.
Yeah.
So they will audit him and show that 10 shillings went to the county assembly.
Yeah.
Yet, the county assembly received 7 shillings. So when the auditor goes to the county assembly, you will audit the county assembly for 7 shillings. Not for the 10 shillings
Not
the
for the
governor.
10.
They never connect these two books. So there have been the same problem is happening here.
But it's the same auditor.
It's the same auditor, but then they audit them separately.
Okay.
So you'll find that unless you go now an extra mile, you as a citizen, and say, okay, the governor said he gave the county assembly 10 shillings. Did the
Track
county
10
assembly
bob.
receive 10 shillings? Most of the cases you'll find that the county assembly received 6 or 7 shillings. 4 shillings disappeared in between. So if you go looking for
Yeah,
if you go looking at the procurement and those kind of things, you don't see it is not stolen through expenditure. It is stolen on the revenue side of things. This is what we are also dealing with at this level, whereby money is taken out to go and pay. You remember sometime earlier when President Uhuru was the finance minister, and they came out the issue of computer error.
Yes.
10 billion shillings, that it was a computer error.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the kind of theft we are dealing with. They took money, which was included at 10 billion from the from the consolidated fund to finance the budget. But they developed a budget that was less by 10 billion. So the National Assembly worked on a budget that was less than 10 billion. So it was just the civil society which said, okay, look here. What the National Assembly received is less and appropriated for, is less by 10 billion. Why did this 10 billion go? Then they began saying it was a computer error. So that kind of theft on the revenue side is what we are dealing with the question of public debt. They keep taking money from the exchequer, purportedly to pay the debt. Then they don't pay. So the debt remains.
Because according to you, if they had paid, would
They
be able to see
would
the
have no
record?
debt.
Okay.
Wait, but the money leaves the exchequer.
The money leaves the exchequer.
So what we're asking is the destination of this money.
Yes.
Because it isn't towards paying the debt.
It doesn't go to paying the debt. And that's why I'm saying we must have a public audit of the accounts of government. Because the records are there.
Senator, we have an independent institution called the Office of the Auditor General.
Yes.
The job and mandate of that institution is to do exactly what you're asking,
Yes.
to audit government books. Are you saying that they haven't been doing that?
They audit government books like standalones. They don't cross-check. They're like a calculator. They behave like a calculator, not the man who made the calculator. You see? You can have artificial intelligence and you can have the human being. We'll go beyond artificial intelligence. Okay, the maths is okay here. The maths is okay here. Can we compare and contrast?
Okay. This
So when they go
office-
to audit the treasury, the treasury simply says, we gave out 10 shillings to the exec, whatever, 10 shillings left the consolidated fund. But now they don't go the extra case to show that what has been declared that they gave out, was it received on the other end? Now that is where you and me come in. To say now this auditor general is just a mechanical thing. Now you and me who pay the taxes, can we follow and say that this 10 shillings that left the treasury went to where it was intended to go? Because they'll go the other side and then say, okay, how much did you receive? This one will say we received 6 shillings. They will audit him for 6 shillings. Here they've audited this guy for having released 10 shillings. without following up to connect the two, to cross-check and confirm that what was released here is what was received the other side. So the auditor does his work
But
like
doesn't
he's auditing different planets, not even different.
So the auditor
people.
is not doing a comprehensive job.
I think that's how the act is structured.
Okay. But then the consumer of the report that comes out of the Office of the Auditor General is primarily Parliament.
It's Parliament.
So Parliament should be able to pick these things out
It's supposed
and
to
ask
do
these
that.
questions of the Auditor General.
Go to Parliament and look at yourself. Where are they in terms of the reports of the Auditor General?
3 or 4 years back.
4 years.
It's generally historical, yes.
Yeah.
So you'll find that these things, they just become academic. And that's why the people themselves must stand up. That's why Article 1 comes in, that you can exercise your sovereignty through the institutions or directly. So outside institutions, we must audit the public debt, and the people like Professor Njuguna, like Thugge, and all these guys who have been in money,
All
working
these
like
years.
Joseph Kinyua, must be brought before the public to tell us where is this money.
But also beyond that, Mheshimiwa,